man, what a beautiful night. A little bit of a wind, but it's going to be a great night for track.
Yeah, it was raining this morning until about this afternoon is when it all cleared up. Sun came out. The wind is still up a little bit. Seems like about 7-8 miles an hour. Probably give them a little bit of headwind coming down the back stretch. But outside of that, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we are glad that you've joined us tonight, and if you're familiar with the district track meet, you know, we're on a pretty tight schedule. Our first race is coming right up. It's going to be the girls 4x100 meter relay, and we'll give you the lane assignments in just a little bit. Of course, the top 4 qualifiers in each event will move on to the area round, which we will also have next week for you, so we're excited about the area round track meet for Texas, and again, really excited about the district meet today. You're going to see some really good runners. Some of the top performers in the area are in this meet. Of course, always, you know, it seems like every year we've got some of the best runners, and this year is no different. Some of the teams or individuals to watch for, you know, keep an eye on the men's side with Wiley, and then of course on the girls' side, Saxe. Both of those teams have done really well in some of the track meets around the area, so keep your eyes out for those two teams.
Yeah, and the favorite right now is Saxe with this 4x100 meter relay. They ran it in 47.94 seconds. I mean, they are quick. So we'll be watching Saxe real close on this one.
Yeah, and as you see the runners getting ready to get in the lanes, we're getting ready to start. So we'll go ahead and announce the first event, the girls 4x100 meter relay. Here are the lane assignments. In lane 1, we have Wiley High School. In lane 2, South Garland. Lane 3, Rowlett. Lane 4, Naaman Forest. Lane 5, Saxe High School. Lane 6, North Garland. And in lane 7, Lakeview. So those are the lane assignments for the girls 4x100 meter relay. And as I mentioned, we're just about set to get underway. Bobby, I think you said, of course, Saxe had the fastest prelim time at 47.94. That's flying.
That's flying. I mean, I don't think anybody's really that close to them except maybe Wiley. Wiley with the second one with 49.87.
And we are just about set to get underway. They have made the call, so the girls are getting into the blocks in the 4x100 meter relay.
You gotta get this baton in the hands of your teammate without any hesitation.
We are off to a good start. And boy, Naaman Forest in lane 4 looks to be taking the early lead here as they come to the first exchange.
Seem like all clean exchanges there.
Well, Saxe starting to kind of come up now. Naaman as well, top 2 teams. You got Lakeview there as well as they come to the next exchange.
Well, they had a really good exchange right there on the third handoff.
Yeah, right now, Naaman Forest is in the lead. Boy, look at Saxe coming up. Boy, they are going to cross in first. The Saxe ladies look to take first place, followed by Naaman Forest. And it looked like Wiley came in third. Well, a great race there by the Saxe ladies, and here are the final results of the girls 4x100 meter relay. Our next event is the boys 4x100 meter relay. We just saw a good race with the girls, and now we're going to have the boys coming right on the heels. And here are the lane assignments as you see the young men getting ready on the track. Lane 2, Garland. Lane 3, Lakeview. Lane 4, Naaman Forest. Lane 5, Wiley. Lane 6, North Garland. And in lane 7, Saxe. Those are the lane information for the boys 4x100 meter relay coming up.
Well, I tell you, Wiley, they're the leaders in this one. They were 42.12 seconds on the prelims, and then right behind them you have, let's see, it looks like Naaman at 42.7. So real close, those two teams, and it all just boils down to that handoff. I mean, they all have really good sprinters, so you've got to just make sure you get a perfect handoff here. And then that back stretch, the last 100 meters, the wind is at your back. So we're going to see some really high flyers right here, right in front of us.
Yeah, Bobby, you mentioned, those top two others are Garland and Saxe. All four of those teams, Wiley, Naaman, Garland, and Saxe, all ran in 42, under 43. So those four, running pretty close. So we look to see a really good race coming up.
You're running in the 42s. That's really, really flying.
We are just about set. And it looks like a good start, and we are off and running. So we come around the first turn, and Wiley looks to be in pretty good shape here on the first exchange.
That's the tough spot right there. The wind is in your face on that part of the track.
You see Garland making up a lot of ground, and they're going to exchange right there. And boy, right now it looks like Garland and Saxe kind of combining for the lead. So they come around. Here comes that last handoff right now. Boy, Lakeview looks good too, but Garland has now taken the lead.
What a race. Look at him sprint.
Yeah, Garland's going to win this one. Lakeview in second, and then, boy, a photo finish there between, it looks like Naaman and Saxe. Boy, great race there, but the Garland boys, it appears, have won the 4x100 meter relay. And here is a final look at the results and a look at the highlights as well. Our next event is the girls' 800 meter run. And we're going to do our best to give you the names of the runners in this race. So starting off with the fastest time in the prelims is Gloria Cabuin from Garland. In lane 2, you've got Abigail Perez from North Garland and Madeline Herrera from Saxe. Lane 3 is Chloe Booker-Searcy from Saxe and Naomi Rochelle from Rowlett. Lane 4, Abigail Brave from Wiley and Anya Diora from Wiley. Lane 5, Anna Eischen from Saxe and Eliza Stowell from Wiley. Lane 6, Rihanna Carter from Rowlett and Charlize DeClerc from North Garland. Lane 7, Madeline Castro from Lakeview and Kiera French from Rowlett. And finally in lane 8, Adelina Cerna from Lakeview and Priscilla Anady from Lakeview. Again, those are the lane assignments and the runners for the girls' 800 meter run. Well, this is always a tough contest, Bobby. You got to go around twice, of course.
It's one of the hardest races in track because it's almost between a sprint and a long distance race. So you have to really pace yourself, but you also can't, like in a mile, you can like run a kind of a slower pace. This one is almost a sprint the whole way. So it's we'll have some runners that'll be way out in the front probably, and some runners going to be way back in the back. It's just a tough race.
And the fastest time was Gloria Cabuin from Garland. She ran a prelim time of 2:30.70. And you can see her right now in that close lane there in lane 1 in the front right now.
Right there with her is Abigail Perez from North Garland. Her prelim was 2:32, so just 2 seconds behind.
Well, pretty good bunch right now for the girls. You don't really see anybody falling behind. I think that goes to what you were talking about, Bobby. It really is that in-between, where you're almost at a sprint. You can't really fall too far behind.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of these girls running up at the front at the very beginning and trying to keep up with the pace runner. But then you'll find out in that back of that second lap, man, it's really tough to keep that same pace going the whole way.
And so here we come. 1 lap to go, and right now Abigail Perez is in the lead with Gloria Cabuin in second place. But again, a pretty tight bunch here with all the ladies. We see a little bit of stumbling there.
Everybody's fighting for that inside position because you have to run a lot further if you're out in that second, third lane. So you always want to stay in the first lane, and when they're all bunched up like that, those spikes get out there and scratch your legs. So you got to try to fit in there.
See Abigail Perez in the lead right now, followed by Abigail Bray from Wiley. And then in third currently is Madeline Herrera from Saxe.
Starting to spread out just a little bit more.
Boy, Abigail Perez has been consistently right there at the front, though, this whole race. And as we come to the final turn here, she is still in the lead.
Let's see who's got some gas. Now they got the wind at their back here.
Well, here comes from the inside. That is Madeline Herrera trying to pass, and she does. And she is going to come in first. It looks like Madeline Herrera followed by Abigail Perez and Abigail Bray from Wiley in third. Boy, what a great race. Did you see the other runners coming across the finish line? Boy, there's a look at your winner right there, though, from Saxe, Madeline Herrera. And here are the final results of the girls' 800-meter run, along with the replay.
Gas left in.
Our next event is the boys' 800-meter run, and you see the young men reaching the track right now. So let's give you our runners in this event. You've got Jeremiah Evans from Rowlett, John Colbert from Wiley, Harris Dunick from Saxe High School, Ashton Hughes from North Garland, Landon Wolf from Wiley, Caden Blitz from Wiley, Deshaun Mustafa from Rowlett, Lucas Carter from Saxe, Leland Douglas from Rowlett, Anthony Flores, South Garland, Omar Bader from Naaman Forest, Logan Fiveash from Saxe, Emmanuel Estrada from South Garland, Dylan Hillier from Naaman Forest, Jair Japheth Delgado from South Garland, and Stefan Chapman from Naaman Forest. Those are the runners in the boys' 800-meter run. And Bobby, who was our fastest qualifier?
Well, I tell you, they're really close, but Jeremiah Evans, right there from Rowlett High School, he's going to be in lane 2, sharing with John Colbert. Both of them, you know, Colbert ran it in 2:02. He's pretty fast too from Wiley. Then you got Rowlett there in 1:59, so he did break the 2-minute barrier, which is super fast. So we're going to see how they're going to be able to handle it, because one side of the track you've got the wind in your face, and on the back stretch to finish it, you got the wind at your back. So we'll see how these athletes can handle this. But so far, the times for these races have been really good. So, you know, it's always nerve-wracking right here when you have to stand on this track for like 5 minutes before that gun shoots off there in the air and to start the race. But I tell you, they've got to be nervous right there. They need to stay stretched out for sure.
Yeah, we mentioned a couple of the teams to watch for in the meet at the very beginning, and Jeremiah Evans is one of the individuals to watch. He's got one of the fastest times in the area in the boys 800. Again, he is got number 1 on. He's in lane 1. I think, Bobby, you mentioned, and had the fastest prelim time. Again, one of the fastest runners in this event in the area.
Yeah, he broke the two minutes.
Well, a tough race, as we've mentioned before, is, you know, 2 times around the track, as we saw with the young ladies, and same thing here with the men. Well, just waiting right now. Again, do a great job here running the district track meet. We keep everything on schedule, so we got about another minute or so till they actually get in the blocks here. Yeah, you mentioned it earlier, Bobby. Still a little bit of a wind blowing here. I think the wind's coming out of the south at around 15 miles an hour. Can have a little bit of an impact, you know, certainly as you approach the finish line. Just about set to get underway here. Got about 30 seconds remaining. They will get the runners in their stance. Again, 159.75 for Jeremiah Evans from Rowlett. He is the favorite in this race, and again, one of the fastest runners in the area.
Yeah, Colbert right there with him in that same lane. They're both really competitive here. This is going to be the guys you're going to really want to watch coming down the stretch. Harris Dunnick also from South. He ran at 2:05, so I mean he's pretty close too. 5 seconds difference, but you never know how a body feels from one day to the next. He might be able to cut 5 seconds off his time.
And here we go. We are ready to start the boys 800-meter run. Looks like a good start. We are off. See Jeremiah Evans there in lane 1 taking the early lead as we anticipated.
They get to this outside edge right there. They can all start crossing over, coming down into the single lanes.
Third and final call for the girls 100-meter hurdle.
He's got a great stride, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Good lead so far as well.
This is the second call for the
That
boys
is Jeremiah Evans.
110-meter hurdles. And first call
A good
for the
look there at
girls,
the distance
100-meter
between
dash.
he and the rest of the pack.
Well, he's just got a great stride, and not only is his legs long, he's really pushing them to go fast as well. So
that is John Colbert from Wiley that is currently in second place. Now, I believe that's Deshaun Mustafa there is currently in third. As you heard the gun sound, we are on the final lap. Evans with a comfortable lead right now. Boy, makes it look effortless, doesn't he?
yeah, but this is where it gets tough. This is your second lap. You've been sprinting an entire lap already. They're at 1:22 seconds as it is, unofficial.
Which has a pretty big lead, however, as they come to the final turn here.
See what John Colbert has in his tank left. This is where you start to pick it up at that 200-meter mark. And then when you hit that 100, it's a full sprint. We'll see who's got the gas left in the tank.
Yeah, he's got a big lead. But I tell you what, coming up.
Wow, look at this.
Yeah, in second now, passing up his teammate, Colbert, is another runner from Wiley, and that is Caden Bliss. He's going to come in second place. And then, you know, coming back, Harris Dunick from Saxe. He was kind of out of the picture, Bobby, and then all of a sudden he blew by the runners as well to take third. But there is your winner right there, Jeremiah Evans. You see the rest of the runners coming across. And
yeah, that was pretty good to see Saxe coming in from, I don't know, I think he was like in sixth place at the start of the 100-meter mark, and he pulled out and got in third.
See our final runners crossing the finish line now. Here are the final results for the boys' 800-meter run. Our next event is the girls' 100-meter hurdles. Love this event right here, and this is a great one. You're going to see the girls fly out of the blocks, and boy, just a great event here. The girls 100-meter, here are your lane assignments. In lane 1, we've got Kennedy Wesley from Saxe High School. Lane 2, Elias Speed from South Garland High School.
Perfect name.
Yeah, I agree. Lane 3, Taryn Rogers from Wiley. Lane 4, Taylor Washington from Wiley. Lane 5, Arissa Grace McGowan from Wiley. Lane 6, Ashley Lehman from North Garland. Lane 7, Asia Graves from Lakeview. And in lane 8, Kennedy Pleasant from South Garland.
Really a tough race, though. I mean, you've really got to run hard, and then you got to get your legs up and over. And we got to look at Taylor Washington in lane 4 from Wiley. She ran her prelims in 15.19 seconds. And then right beside her, Arissa Grace McGowan from Wiley. Teammates there at 15.21 seconds. So they're right in the middle, and that's where the race should be happening, right there. And on the other side of her, you got to give Tina Rogers from Wiley All three of them.
Yeah, 3, 4, and 5. The three young ladies from Wiley. That's your three fastest prelim times. So that's where you want to focus your attention. But I tell you what, there's a couple of others in here that are capable of winning as well. Of course, you've got Ashley Lehman from North Garland in lane 6, and then also Elias Speed from South Garland in lane 2. Both of those are dark horses in this race as well. So keep your eye out for those two lanes. We're just about set. You got one girl not in the blocks. Go from a straight stance. In the girls' 100-meter hurdles. And we are off. A good start. Well, you can see right off the bat the two young ladies from Wiley just out in front. And here comes lane 4. That, of course, is Taylor Washington, and she is going to cross the finish line. So it is 1, 2, and 3 for the young ladies from Wiley. And your winner again in lane 4, Taylor Washington. Here are the final official results of the girls' 100-meter hurdles.
This is the second call for the boys' 100-meter dash.
Our next event, the boys' 110-meter hurdles. And here are your lane assignments. In lane 1, Dentravian Bundred Sloan from Lakeview, Demetrius Ellis from Naaman Forest, Omar Lopez from North Garland, Dominique Hall from Naaman Forest, Canyon Hall from Wiley, Noah Miles from North Garland, Cooper Troy, Wiley High School, and Jonah Hurd from Wiley. Fastest prelim, lane 4, Dominique Hall from Naaman Forest. He ran a 15:08, but Canyon Hall right next to him in lane 5 from Wiley, 15.38. So those are the two to keep an eye on in this race.
Yeah, the two Halls.
Jonah Hurd, also from Wiley High School.
In the boys' 110-meter hurdles.
This is all about how much you've practiced and how much time you've put out there stepping over those hurdles and getting in that form, because you have to really time. Not only do you have to get up there and step over the hurdle in really good form, you have to time it between the next set of hurdles. I mean, you got to have it ready to go. You got to know exactly how many feet, how many times you step between each hurdle, and how quick you can get that leg up and over.
Spoken like someone who's run the hurdles before.
I spoke about someone who's fallen and hitting something.
Tough event here, and we're just about set. Again, lanes 4 and 5 to watch for. Have another good start, and we are off. When taking the early lead is Canyon Hall from Wiley. He looks like he is in good shape here. See if Dominique Hall from Naaman Forest can catch him. Doesn't appear he's going to. And Canyon Hall from Wiley is going to take first place, followed by Dominique Hall from Naaman in second. Boy, great race there and a nice run for Canyon Hall. Here are the final official results for the boys' 110-meter hurdles.
This is the first call for the girls' 800-meter relay. First call girls 800-meter relay. Lane 3.
Our next event, the girls' 100-meter dash. Here are the lane assignments. In lane 1, Kayla Wildy from Wiley High School. Lane 2, Samaria Jackson from Garland High School. Lane 3, Hannah Lowe from Saxe High School. Lane 4, Kennedy Swan, Saxe High School. Lane 5, Emma Jenkins from Naaman Forest. Lane 6, Trinity Hill from North Garland. Lane 7, Kaylee Bennett, Naaman Forest. And in lane 8, Jessica Obana from Wiley. Get the lane assignments for the girls' 100-meter dash. Our fastest prelim time, lane 4, Kennedy Swan from Saxe with a 12:12. But Bobby, just a quick glance at the prelims, and every one of these girls ran under 13.
Yeah, this is one of the most fun races to watch, because they run right where the stands are with all the people watching, and they run right past them, and it's usually a photo finish at the end of the race.
We will see here. Girls are set. We got a early jump, and it looks like it may be Kayla Wildy in lane 1. So we will have to restart this race.
It's just it's disappointing right there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you train so hard for this and district meet, and then you get DQ'd.
Yeah, what they should do is just make her step one step back. Just make her have
Like
a penalty box.
Exactly.
Yeah, one step back and just let her race from there.
So the girls getting set once again. This time we have a good start. Race is off, and
here it comes right down in front of you.
yeah, you see Kennedy Swan right there with the early lead. Had the fastest prelim time, and it looks like she will cross the finish line first, followed by Hannah Lowe, her teammate, and then you've got a photo finish there for third between Emma Jenkins of Naaman Forest and Samaria Jackson from Garland. But here are the final official results of the girls' 100-meter dash.
This is the second call for the girls' 800-meter relay, and the first call for the boys' 800-meter relay. Second place, Melania.
Our next event, the boys' 100-meter dash. Here are your lane assignments. In lane 1, Chauncey Carter, Garland. Lane 2, Nathaniel Progue, Naaman Forest. Lane 3, Chase Biddle, Garland. Lane 4, Logan Popelka from Wiley. Lane 5, Amika Nukwady from Wiley. Lane 6, Savion Hunter from Lakeview. Lane 7, Jeremiah Wilson, Naaman Forest. And in lane 8, Amici Ofili from Saxe.
Logan Popelka from Wiley High School.
Quickest time in the prelims, Logan Popelka from Wiley with a 10.7 100. That's pretty fast, Bobby. And I tell you, Logan Popelka is one of the top area runners, another one to kind of highlight tonight, as he's one of the area leaders in not only the 100 but also the 200 and the 400. Again, he had the fastest prelim. Right behind him was Chase Biddle from Garland in lane 3. So lanes 3 and 4, the ones to keep an eye on in this race.
Sure, and his teammate from Wiley as well, Amika Noakiti. Hey, that guy can fly. And again, this is the most exciting race. Whenever you decide, hey, you're going to race somebody, they say, well, let's line up and run a 100-yard dash. You know, this is it. This is what makes you the fastest guy out there.
Good start. They are off.
Ooh, it's a close race.
Yeah, Popelka in the lead right now. Biddle in second, and that looks to be how they're going to finish it. Yep, Popelka in first, Biddle in second. Boy, and you got a lot of runners right there, Bobby, in third, so it's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. A great race for the boys' 100-meter dash, and here are your final official results. Our next event is the girls' 4x200-meter relay. Here are the lane assignments. In lane 1, Rowlett. Lane 2, Garland. Lane 3, North Garland. Lane 4, Saxe. Lane 5, Wiley. Lane 6, Lakeview. And in lane 7, Naaman Forest. In the girls' 4x200 relay, and I mean, I tell you, it goes by fast. We are almost to the halfway point of the District 968 track meet. And this is the girls' 4x200. The fastest qualifying time in the prelims was Saxe at 1:41.59.
I tell you though, it can go any way on this because it's such a long race. It's one of my favorite races, and it really depends on who can get the baton pass the easiest and the best. So you got a lot of speed, but then you also have to be very technical, have the timing perfect, hand that baton off. So, you know, you got 141 with Saxe's, and then the next one is Wiley at 148. And then Lakeview at 149, North Garland at 151, Garland at 149. So what I'm saying is it's all within 4 or 5 seconds. And so really it's just timing, and it could go any way here. This is one of the races that anybody can get it. Anybody can win it. All talented teams here.
Got about a minute left until we get started here, so a little bit of a delay. Again, they keep on great schedule here in this event. It's set to start here in about a minute, so again, the girls have to try to keep their composure, not be nervous as they're kind of standing around, and they finally whistle the signal, so they're about to get in the blocks right now. Again, this is the girls 4x200 meter relay. Again, lane 4, Saxe, one of the fastest times in the area. And they are off. A good start. Quick start for Saxe. Coming in the last 100 yards here of this first leg, or 100 meters.
Here we go. Here's where you got to make that perfect handoff.
Yeah, here's the first exchange right here coming up.
Uh-oh,
boy, and a missed handoff, and that's what you don't want. Well, right now, Lakeview in great shape as they are in the lead. You got Naaman Forrest in second.
Oh, boy, what a great run by the Naaman Forrest player here.
Come for the second exchange. Well, I tell you, you want to talk about the fastest team, Saxe, and again had the missed exchange, and they are currently, of course, in last. But a great race right now by the top three, Wiley, Lakeview, and Naaman Forrest.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. You know, you had the fastest timers right there at Saxe, and they are the ones that had the mishap on the second exchange.
Well, here we come, that final exchange. Well, it's going to be a tight race, Bobby. You got four teams right here all together. Right now, Wiley appears to be in the lead.
Yeah, they got a fast runner right there. She has put on the gas.
We got Wiley, Naaman, Lakeview, and Garland all vying for the top four spots. Wiley looks like they're going to hold on to first. Garland is overtaken third. You've got Naaman Forrest going to come in second. And there we have it. Wiley in first, Naaman in second. Garland comes in third, Lakeview in fourth. And boy, fortunately for Saxe, Bobby, the fastest prelim time, one of the best teams in the area, they are going to come in last in this race. But here are your final results of the girls 4x200 meter relay. Our next event, the boys 4x200 meter relay. Here are the lane assignments. Lane 1, Saxe. Lane 2, Lakeview. Lane 3, Wiley. Lane 4, Rowlett. Lane 5, North Garland. Lane 6, Garland. Lane 7, South Garland. And in lane 8, Naaman Forrest. We are set.
Super fun race right here. Everybody runs around the 128 mark.
Oh, we got a
no
second gun, so somebody got out of the block early. Well, that's going to disqualify one of these teams here on the start. Or is it?
Yeah, I know that they called. They
looks like lane 7.
Lane
here,
7. That's where it is. They pulled it out.
Yeah, looks like South Garland has been DQ'd. So,
oh, man, what a disappointing.
we'll try it again.
On your mark.
Just about set here for the boys 4x200.
Set.
This time we have a good start and we are off.
Back to lane 1, Lakeview Centennial in 2. Wiley in
Fastest
lane 3,
prelim
Rowlett,
time
lane
in the
4,
boys
North
4x2
Garland,
was
lane 5,
Lakeview in lane
Garland
2.
High School, lane 6, South Garland
And followed
in
by
7,
lane 1,
and
Saxe.
Neiman Forest in lane 8.
Coming up to the first exchange. So far everything looks clean.
Everybody's clean, yep.
Coming around the first curve for this leg.
Oh, it's just perfect.
Looks like Garland
Uh-oh, they took it.
and a Neiman Forest right now running 1 and 2. Boy, they got a pretty good lead.
Yeah, but Garland really took a great exchange there.
400-meter run.
Oh! Just flat outran him on the edge.
Yeah, Lakeview's coming up as well as we get ready for this final exchange. And it looks to be clean for the leaders anyhow. We've got Garland, Neiman Forest, and Lakeview right now in the top 3. As they turn the corner here, we come into the final stretch.
Woo! They are cooking.
Garland, Lakeview, and Neiman, who's gonna take it? Looks like Garland is gonna pull it off, followed by Lakeview and Neiman Forest. Boy, great race there. Saxe crosses in 4th, followed by Rowlett. Looks like North Garland and then Wiley in last. But here are your official results for the boys 4x200 meter relay. Our next event, the girls 400 meter dash. Here are the lane assignments. In lane 1, Macy Taylor from Saxe. Lane 3, Carrington Johnson from Wiley. Lane 4, Lazaria Bethany from Saxe. Lane 5, Zariah Moore from Neiman Forest. Lane 6, Kate Templemeyer from Saxe. Lane 7, Madeline Castro from Lakeview. And the girls 400 meter dash coming up.
Our next race will feature our
Was a
varsity
tough
girls
race
in
as
the
well.
400
meters,
dash.
one time
Here
around the
are
track.
assignments.
When they get to
Lane
the other
1,
side,
Macy Taylor from Saxe High School.
they can break into the
Lane 3, Carrington
first
Johnson
lane.
from Wiley.
They start out staggered like
Lane
this.
4, Lazaria Bethany from Saxe High School. Lane 5, Zaria Moore from Neiman
400, as you mentioned, one time around the
Lane
track.
6, Kate Templemeyer from Saxe High School. In lane 7, Madeline Castro from Lakeview Centennial. And in
Lazaria
lane 8,
Bethany
Yadiana
from Saxe's
Smith
got the
from
first
Neiman
the
Forest.
best time in the prelims at 1 minute and 29 seconds. Or 1 minute and 0.29 seconds
There
there.
you go.
So 1 minute flat, basically.
Just about set. And we are off. This is the girls 400 meter dash. Well, you can see Bethany from Saxe is out in the early lead.
Right there with her is Neiman Forest. Zariah Moore. The 2 leaders there. See if they can, what kind of kick they're going to have right here at the last 100 meters. Who's going to win this one? They are running step by step.
Well, they sure are as they come around the corner here, and looks like Lazaria Bethany has taken the lead. A nice Nice race here by Zariah Moore from Naaman. They are going to finish 1-2.
Yeah, they're starting to run out of gas there.
Kate Templemeyer from Saxe in third.
Yeah, she pushed it through to pass the person in front of her to catch that third place spot.
Yeah, Carrington Johnson from Wiley in fourth. There is your winner right there. Your top 2 winners, but here are the final official results for the girls 400-meter dash.
Here were the final results of the girls' triple jump competition.
Our next event, the boys 400-meter dash. Here are the lane assignments. In lane 1, Landon Mumphrey from Saxe. Lane 2, Cameron Harry from Saxe. Lane 3, Lamont Potts, Naaman Forest. Lane 4, Logan Popelka from Wiley. Lane 5, Tyrion Key, South Garland. Lane 6, Taiwan Shaw from Naaman Forest. Lane 7, Daniel Smith, South Garland. And in lane 8, Elijah Hubbard from Naaman Forest.
And you'll be watching in the middle at lane 4, Logan Popeka from Wiley, 50.38.
If you recognize the name again, one of the
he
individuals we talked about won the 100 just moments ago. Good start for the runners. We are off. Well, you can see Popelka from Wiley certainly
that
coming
stride,
up.
Isn't he?
Tyrion Key from South Garland keeping up right there, stride for stride with him.
Yeah, but they still got 300 meters to go. Yeah, they start to catch it up.
And Daniel Smith from South Garland out there too, but he's in one of the far lanes, so you're going to see Popelka
coming over him.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to pass him up or get close to him anyway, but Popelka takes the lead now.
Super close right here.
And Popelka is going to take first place, followed by Tyrion Key, and then a close race there for third between Lamont Potts and Taiwan Shaw. But here are your final results for the boys 400-meter dash.
Just doesn't.
Our next event is the girls 300-meter hurdles, and here are your lane assignments. In lane 1, April Augustus from Saxe. Lane 2, Arissa Grace McGowan from Wiley. Lane 3, Jazira Watson, Wiley. Lane 4, Taylor Washington, Wiley. Lane 5, Sage Jenkins, Garland. Lane 6, Aaliyah Speed, South Garland. Lane 7, Asia Graves, Lakeview. And in lane 8, Kennedy Wesley from Saxe.
We have 3 really quick racers from Wiley all together there. And I tell you, it seems like Wiley has a lot of racers in every race collecting points. And, you know, if you have that many racers in every race, it seems like you have a real potential to win the entire meet.
Yeah, when you have numbers, it's hard to beat that for sure. So far, pretty clean race. Girls getting over the hurdles in good shape.
This is one of those races, towards the end of it, they get kind of exhausted from running and then jumping, but it's so clean so far.
And there you see right now in first is Wiley's Taylor Washington, who had the fastest prelim time. But boy, I tell you what,
Garland.
coming up, Sage Jenkins from Garland. They've got one more hurdle remaining. She's not going to have enough to push her, so your winner is going to be Taylor Washington from Wiley, followed by Sage Jenkins from Garland and Aaliyah Speed from South Garland. There's the winner. And here are the official results for the girls' 300-meter hurdles.
For the girls' 200-meter dash. First down, boys, 200-meter dash.
And now we have the boys' 300-meter hurdles. Here are the lane assignments. Lane 1, Omar Lopez from North Garland. Lane 2, Dentravian Bundred Sloan from Lakeview. Lane 3, Dominique Hall, Naaman Forest. Lane 4, Jeremiah Evans, Rowlett. Lane 5, Edward Lell from Naaman Forest. Lane 6, Canyon Hall from Wiley. Lane 7, McGuire Ball from Saxe. And in lane 8, Davion Jones from Saxe. And your lane assignments for the boys 300-meter hurdles. And Jeremiah Evans from Rowlett, the fastest prelim time at 40.81.
Yeah, and everybody else is around 2 or 3 seconds behind him, so obviously he knows how to run this race. It takes a lot of stamina to be able to run this. They have to jump about a 3-foot hurdle.
We are off, and yeah, you can see right there in lane 4, Evans off to a really good start.
Oh yeah, he just steps right over him, doesn't he? You can see where the form hurts the other runners.
Yeah, here they come on the final turn, and Evans has made his move. He is now in first place. A little bit of a lead, so barring a trip here on hurdles, he looks to be in pretty good shape. Naaman pushing just a little bit. His Dominique call, but
good finish right there.
yeah, Jeremiah Evans holds on for the win. Well, another good race here on the boys 300-meter hurdles, and here are your final official results. Our next event, the girls 200-meter dash. Here are your lane assignments. In lane 1, Semya Kelly from Lakeview. Lane 2, Samaria Jackson, Garland. Lane 3, Emma Jenkins, Naaman Forest. Lane 4, Hannah Lowe from Saxe. Lane 5, Kennedy Swan from Saxe. Lane 6, Beja Pass from Rowlett. Lane 7, Kiera Hood Miles from Saxe. And in lane 8, Nayari Culverson from Naaman Forest. Fastest prelim time was in lane 4, Hannah Lowe, with a time of 25.52. Again, the girls 200-meter dash.
But you want a ladder that is two-sided.
Well, good look at the runners right here. And a good start. They are off. Boy, and you can see right there, Hannah Lowe just...
Yeah, she's just making up time right there in the middle of the field.
Yep.
See if she can hang on to it. Coming down the stretch.
Yeah, she's got a big lead right now, looking to be in really good shape, and she is going to take first. We're followed by her teammate, Kennedy Swan, and Emma Jenkins in third. But there's a look at your winner, Hannah Lowe. And here are the official results in the girls 200-meter dash.
Third and final call for the girls 1,600-meter run. Those athletes should report to the heating area at this time. This is the first call for the boys.
Our next event, the boys 200-meter dash. Here are the lane assignments. In lane 1, Brandon Kelly from Naaman Forest. Lane 2, Marcus Mondine from Lakeview. Lane 3, Tyrion Key from South Garland. Lane 4, Charles Allen, Garland. Lane 5, Kojo Sakere from Saxe. Lane 6, Amika Nokwede from Wiley. Lane 7, Harry Robinson III from Naaman Forest. And in lane 8, Aaron Powell Sally from Garland.
One of my favorite races right here, the 200-meter. It's just a lot of fun because it's kind of a longer sprint race.
Right. Yep.
And you can see the athletes just coming around that corner, and you don't know exactly who is in the lead because they're coming around the corner right at you. And then all of a sudden at the 100-meter mark, it's like they're all coming together, and it's a race to the finish. It's a fun race here. And they're cooking, too. I mean, Charles Allen's running at 21.9 seconds. Whew.
Expect a good race here. And you've got Sakire in lane 5 from Saxe at 22, and they are off. It's a good start.
Here they come. See, they're starting to fill each other out right here.
Coming around the turn.
Right here at the 100-meter. Now they're all right neck and neck.
Well, here they come pushing.
Photo finish, here we go.
Got Garland and Saxey running 1 and 2.
Oh!
And let's see who they got. Boy, that is going to be a photo finish. A great race between Garland's Charles Allen and Saxey's Kojo Sakere. And we will check the final results. A great race on the 200 right there. And here are the final official results for the boys' 200-meter dash. Next event, the girls' 1,600 or mile run. So here are your participants in this event. You've got Liv Lambert from Wiley, Madeline Herrera from Saxey, Abigail Bray from Wiley, Gracia Leonard from Saxey, Avery McCoy from Wiley, Abigail Perez, North Garland, Anna Eischen, Saxey, Isabel Hernandez from Lakeview, Ellen Harris from Garland, Riley Gerhart from Lakeview, and finally Doris Nezivek from Garland. In the girls' 1,600-meter run. This is 4 times around the track. Bobby, this is your favorite event. You've run it very well in the past. Just kidding.
No, I this was my event in high school.
Right.
And, you know, it was one of those events that you have to, a lot of these girls only run this event, or guys. They run the mile and they don't run the short distance races and stuff like that. So they get here early in the day just like everybody else, and they wait all day long to finally run this race. And it is a really your body gets cold. Right now the sun has kind of gone down. The wind is still picked up. And your body gets cold. You kind of get hungry or whatever, but you've waited a long time to run this race, and so your nerves, the longer you wait, the nerves in your belly, you get that nervous belly going. It's tough to run the mile and the 2 mile, and they put it at the very end of the track meet, so it even makes it worse by having to wait so long on this. And you know, 1,600 meters is a long race.
Yes, it is. 4 times around the track. You see the leader right there is Liv Lambert. She did have the fastest prelim time as well. She ran a little over 5 minutes, 5:20 to be exact. And she is currently the leader as we come to the end of the first lap.
And 5:20 is cooking it.
Yes,
I mean, that is a fast mile.
All right, so you ran this race. What was your best?
I ran it in a state meet at 4:25.
Not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty good distance there between first and second. That is Abigail Bray from Wiley, currently in second, and a little bit of a break there between first and second, and then, you know, you kind of have the rest of the pack behind them, but pretty good lead right here for your top 2 runners.
Well, you know, some of them may be having to run it for their coaches. Their coach said, "No, you're running the mile," you know, and then you have some at the front that really have a passion for long distance. They like to run in, you know, at home just to run and work out, and they like to run doing cross country and really push their bodies, and they like doing that. So there's just kind of 2 different type of athletes running the mile.
Yeah, tough event. I could not even think about running the mile. I wouldn't even make it half a lap, I don't think.
Well, it's a hard one because you also overtrain. You can overtrain your body. You get shin splints, you know, or you break your body down where when you finally get to your track meet, your body is worn out, and so you don't run up to performance. So there's a lot goes into training for the mile too, and you have to do it the correct way so that you have that stamina when you run the full 4 laps around this field here.
With 2 laps down, Liv Lambert still in the lead right now, and she's even pulled away a little further. So again, in great shape here to take this race with, like I said, a little under 2 laps to go here for all the participants. Again,
Yes.
4 teams, the top 4 runners in each event will move on to the area round next week. And As you see there, Liv Lambert in the 1,600 meter run in pretty good shape to certainly get one of those spots. As you mentioned, Bobby, sun's starting to set a little bit here at Williams Stadium, and maybe a little chillier than it was early, but
yeah, you're definitely seeing a lot of people in the stands with coats and jackets and hoodies on and little blankets. So yeah, it's gotten cooler, and these athletes, their legs, they get tight.
Got one lap to go here. As you see, Lambert crosses the finish line with one lap remaining.
Absolutely, and she crossed it at 4 minutes and 8 seconds. That is cooking.
Good race for her, and again, her teammate is currently in second. That's Abigail Bray, but the pack's starting to close in a little bit, so this is going to be an interesting little race here for second place. But the one thing too, coming into this event on the team standings, I think Saxe had a little bit of a lead in the team standings for the girls. So again, Wiley, they need to try to pull some more points if they want to take the team standings here and win the district championship. And again, they've got first place, it looks like, all sewed up in this, and that's going to give them 10 more points.
10 more points, and if they get the second one as well, help them out a lot. Well, she has really picked it up, and her pace right here at that 200 meter, you can tell she started to really push it, and now she's pushing it even harder on this last 100 meters.
Yeah, again, her prelim time was 5:20. She's going to run a little under that.
And she's really trying to push herself right there. Look at that. Wow.
Yeah, unofficially, the winning time was at 5:26 for your winner right there, Liv Lambert. See the other runners coming, and boy, I tell you what, again, passing up Abigail Bray for second place is Madeline Herrera from Saxe. So Herrera from Saxe does take second. Bray does take third for Wiley.
Looked like Saxe took fourth as well.
Yeah, it's Gracia Leonard. So again, an interesting little exchange here. Again, you got the two teams running 1 and 2 in the point standings, and they're all going, they're going to get multiple points in this event as well. Yep, you got it.
This is the second call for
Our final runners headed towards the finish line. And a good race here. Here comes our last three runners. So they cross the finish line.
A lot of these girls, they're running against their own time. They're trying to beat themselves. They see what they've ran it in the past, and they're just trying to really, they knew they weren't going to win this thing. They just want to beat their own times here.
And our final contestant crosses the finish line, our winner, Liv Lambert. But here are the final official results for the girls' 1,600 meter run. Next event, the boys 1,600 meter run. Here are your lane assignments. In lane 1, Nathaniel Burhane from Wiley. Lane 2, Hunter Jackson, Wiley. Caden Blitz, Wiley. Alex Espinoza from South Garland. Brian Paderna from North Garland. Harris Dunick from Saxe. Ashton Hughes, North Garland. Ethan Massey, Saxe. Lucas Carter from Saxe, Jair Delgado from South Garland, Jesus Aguilera, Rowlett, and Anthony Flores from South Garland. Those are the runners in the boys' 1,600 meter run. So, Bobby, we were looking earlier, you said your best time was a 4:25. Well, the leader in the prelims, if you will, Nathaniel Burhane, ran it in 4:15.
Hey, these guys in the first 3 or 4 right there, coming right at you, they can cook it, man. They can do this thing for a living, I think. They'll be out in college somewhere running.
We are off and running, and see Burhane there in first right now. Hunter Jackson, his teammate, in second.
These guys need to pace themselves. You see the guys running out there on the outside. They're trying to pace themselves with the leaders. But really, you better just hang with your own pace or you will wear yourself out in a hurry.
Yep, and for one of those runners, Bobby, what is your strategy? You know what the leader ran in the prelims, and like you said, you kind of know your ability. So do you try to just run your race, or do you try to to rush out to an early lead? What's the approach?
If you train to be like around the 200-meter mark at the end of the race, where you wanted to have enough energy to outrun people towards the end, then you need to stay around the third or fourth, maybe the fifth place. You can't just get far behind, but you need to be within, I don't know, 15 yards, 10 to 15 yards of the leader the whole time. You don't want to get outside of that. It'd be really hard to catch them at that point. And then around the third lap, you've got to be able to make sure that you start to have the energy. You got to keep your own pace, not his pace, because if you keep that pace of him, you'll wear yourself out. So you got to make sure that you have enough energy at the end of the race to start picking it up. That third, fourth lap is where you really got to start making your move. Of course, my move was, where they do the high jump. I just wanted to go hide behind it. I just stop and just hide behind the high jump mat. Here it comes. You just go and hide behind it right there.
Yep.
And then nobody even knows. It's just they're not watching the race anyway. And you just go hide behind it and let everybody keep going. See, that was my strategy. Every time I saw that thing, I was like, sure, could I just go hide behind that thing?
So we head towards 2 laps complete with 2 to go. You see our leaders right there. Again, the top 4 preliminary runners are first, second, third, and fourth right now. And a little bit of a distance here that they've made, between them, the top 4, and the rest of the pack.
You got to be real careful if you're right there in the fourth place spot, because you keep trying to pass. You don't have the energy to do it. And you're having to speed up and slow down, speed up and slow down. When you do that, you're going to start wearing yourself out. And see, he's on the outside. And when you get on the outside, you're taking more steps than everybody else as well when you're going around. So you have to slow down and get behind him. You get spiked if you're not careful. So he's in a pretty dangerous spot in that fourth place position.
Coming around the turn here, and boy, I tell you, those top 4 right there, though, they've been, pretty close this whole race.
Good runners. Right now at the 3 minute and 11 seconds.
They're pushing it pretty good as you see them approaching the finish line with 1 lap to go.
You can tell these rowlette runners, they've run together a lot. They got about the same pace.
There we go, 1 lap to go. Again, our top 4.
They were right at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. This is where you got to have your energy. You got to start picking it up. You don't want a full sprint, but you want to almost be a three-quarter sprint right here.
Yeah, you're starting to see a little distance now. Alex Espinoza from South running in 4th was close, but they're starting to put some distance between the top 3 and him as they come across or come towards that final turn. And get the 3 runners from Wiley. Bobby looked to be in great shape. Nathaniel Burhoon, Hunter Jackson, and Caden Blitz look to be taking first, second, and third again, just like they did in the prelims.
Yeah, they hit that 200-meter mark and they took off. That's where you got to have it. You got to have that energy right at that 200-meter. You got to be able to sprint it.
We're in a great race here by Alex Espinoza of South Garland. He is going to come in 4th.
Yeah, he was struggling trying to stay with them and trying to pass them, and it just wore him out.
Yeah, did a great job the first 3 laps, but as you said, may have just used too much energy trying to keep up and is not able to maintain it. So here we go here at the end. Boy, look at a great race here for 5th. And
wow.
Yep, you're going to see that is Harris Dunick from Saxe that's going to end up taking 5th place.
Yeah, great finish for him.
The rest of the runners coming up here on this back stretch.
Excellent job by these guys. Super athletes.
Got only one event remaining. Of course, both the girls and the boys. It's the mile relay coming up. But here are your final official results for the boys' 1,600-meter run. Our final event for the girls on the night is the girls 4x400 meter relay. Here are our lane assignments. In lane 1, Lakeview. Lane 2, Wiley. Lane 3, Naaman Forest. Lane 4, Saxe. Lane 5, Garland. Lane 6, Rowlett.
Saxe is up by 20 points, I guess.
Yeah, 19.
19 points, so they're favored to win this race, Saxe is anyway, but Wiley would have to win it, and Saxe would have to not get any points in order for this to happen. But, in the 4x100, Saxe was also favored, and they dropped the baton.
Yeah, very
so
true.
You just never know how these races will end up.
Mile relay here. Final event for the ladies, and Bobby, as Bobby just stated, Saxe right now in the team standings for the girls is up by 19. So Saxe currently in first, followed by Wiley, Naaman Forest in third, North Garland in fourth, Lakeview in fifth, Garland in sixth, South Garland in seventh, and Rowlett in eighth. Now again, that's the team standings. And there you see right now in first and second, you've got Naaman Forest and Saxe currently as we come to our first exchange.
Those were pretty clean.
Yeah, clean exchanges on the first handoff, and Naaman and Saxe out to a pretty big lead right here, Bobby.
Yeah, they're running a good race. They're running like they want to win it. Very nice. Putting some distance between second and third place right now.
Got 2 laps to go.
Get over there on the dark side. You'd really want to go hide, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's dark over there. It's such a mind game when you're running track.
Yep.
But looky here.
Yeah, Saxe
Just
has
takes
now,
the lead.
Yeah, taking the lead over Naaman Forest. Garland currently in third, Wiley in fourth, Lakeview in fifth, Rowlett in sixth.
Wow. What a great run right there by Lakeview. They were in last place when she first took the baton. And she really made up a lot of ground.
And everybody with a clean exchange on the third leg. And Saxe currently in first right now. You've got Naaman in second, Garland in third.
And Lakeview just took fourth.
Yep, Lakeview moved up another spot. They're now in fourth. Well, as you mentioned, a pretty big lead right now for Saxe. They've really opened it up a bit here.
Yeah, they're about 100 yards in the lead, I think.
I'll tell you what, Garland's closing the gap on Naaman for second here. Saxe again comfortably in front.
Oh, scared. He shot that gun to warn the lap, and it scared the girl that was running past it.
We are on our final lap. Again, Saxe in great shape here. They've got a big lead, followed by Naaman Forest and Garland. The top three have a pretty good distance here from the other runners.
Looks like the race for second place is getting closer and closer and closer. They had second place had a big lead over the third place, and now it looks like she's going to overtake her and take the second place.
Let's see if she can maintain it. You're right, though. Garland just took second place from Naaman, but
I mean,
we'll see if she's got enough left.
It was like a 25 or 30 yard. She had to make up 25, 30 yards. Is she going to have it? No.
Yeah, Naaman, well, she has just enough.
Oh, no.
Garland hasn't even passed the finish line, and now she's coming up. There she goes. She does take third.
Wow, what an effort, though. She gave it everything she had.
Well, what a great race, but the Saxe Lady Mustangs do indeed take first place. Here are the final results of the girls 4x400 meter relay. Our final event of the night is the boys 4x400 meter relay. Here are your lane assignments. In lane 1, Lakeview. Lane 2, Wiley. Lane 3, Rowlett.
On your mark.
Lane 4, North Garland. Lane 5, South Garland. Lane 6, Naaman Forest. And in lane 7, Saxe. Fastest prelim was Saxe, who is currently in lane 7.
Yeah, you know, it's 3 minutes and 28 seconds, but really everybody is within, 5, 6 seconds of the winner. So every team has a possibility of winning this one.
Yep, definitely going to be a good race as we see an early lead here for it looks like Saxe, and also have Rowlett running really well here on this first leg. Boy, it's been fun here tonight, Bobby. It goes faster than you think.
Well, it is a track meet.
But
Oh, yeah, just as expected. Very close.
and Naaman Forest pulling ahead here on this first leg.
Well, that's a really good race right there. Let's see. He's going to hit it at 49 seconds across the finish line there. That's a fast 400.
That is a fast 400, no doubt. And Naaman currently in first. You see Saxe and Wiley right there in your screen as well. The rest of the pack behind them. We're going to see Saxe moving up right here on Naaman. Wiley coming on as well.
I'm telling you, they've made up a lot of room. Because Naaman really had a lot of, they had a lot of room from that first 400 meter.
Yep.
Yeah, that first lap. Well, now he pulled it on though.
And Naaman Forest holds on to first right now on the next exchange.
Yeah, he got it back. Well,
Until next time.
Saxe making a push again as they retake third place. Naaman currently in first, Wiley in second, Saxe in third.
really fast times. I mean, these guys are really running fast. Well, he's making the pass on the outside.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they're catching up to Naaman here, who's in first currently. Well, what a great race we've got here on this final lap coming up.
The Rowlett player just really ran that one well.
Final lap here of District's 9-6A track meet. Boy, you see the top three teams all right there bunched together. Saxe trying to make a move here. So Wiley currently in second, Naaman in first.
Yeah, you just don't want to burn yourself out too early. You want to have that quick run on the last 100 meters when it's this close.
Well, Naaman's had the lead pretty much the whole race.
Ooh,
let's see if they can
close.
hold on.
Rowlett looks like they really want it bad.
Yeah, it's Wiley, actually.
Yes,
Yep.
Wiley.
Well, here they come. Can Naaman hold on? It looks like he's going to be able to.
He was flirting with it. That's all.
Yeah, he was. Look at Rowlett coming up passing Saxe into third, but not enough to get Wiley. Boy, and South Garland passes Saxe as well. Boy, what a great race. Naaman Forrest appears to have taken.
Yeah, an unofficial 3:31.
Boy, that is a fast race. Our final runner is across the finish line. Here are the final results for the boys 4x400 meter relay. We are back to conclude our District 968 track meet. We hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. And just quickly to tell you from a team standing standpoint, here are the final results for the girls. Naaman Forrest ended up coming in third in the overall team standings. You have the Wiley Lady Pirates came in second, and your winner in the girls division was Saxe. They had officially 206 team points. So Saxe in first, Wiley in second, and Naaman Forrest ended up in third in the girls varsity division. We move over to the boys division. Here's how it finally, finally wrapped up with our top three. You had Saxe coming in third place in the men's varsity division, Naaman Forrest in second, and the winner in the team standings for the boys division was Wiley with 205 team points.
Yeah, they were incredible tonight. They had a lot of numbers. Every race they had 2 or 3 people racing, and then they really won quite a few of them too. And man, they just had a great game tonight. I mean, it was nice. Good meet.
Yeah, great track.
205 points. That's a lot of points.
Absolutely. So congratulations again to the Wiley boys and the Saxe Lady Mustangs on your team standings. We've had a great one here. We hope you join us next week as we host the area round track meet. Again, the top 4 runners from each event, or of course on your field events, and the top 4 will also be at the area event. And so we hope you join us. But for now, we'll see you next time on GRS TV.